Hello and welcome to Base Camp. I'm Pastor Pat. You know, we haven't heard from Respecto in a while. I wonder what he's doing.
This Respecto favorite toy! Yes, Mom? A new kid is coming over that Respecto doesn't know! And Respecto has to let him play with his toys! But Respecto only has one toy! And his batteries are almost dead. Respecto was just going to play with it 5 more minutes until it died, and then sit and stare at the wall. Hi, Respecto. I'm Ja. Your mom said I could come in and play with you. She said you'd share your toy with me. Respecto normally would, but all Respecto have is this one toy, and his batteries are about to... Oh, never mind. His batteries are dead. Respecto now just have to sit around and stare at the wall. Actually, I have these spare batteries with me, and they're rechargeable, so they'll never run out. What? Where did new friend Ja get those from? Your mom gave them to me. She knew you'd need them. Wow! Respecto's mom is awesome! Respecto loves his mom! Yay! Yeah, she's pretty amazing. Respecto? Yes, new friend Ja? Did you mean to drop your toy like that while you were celebrating? Oh no! Respecto toy is broken! Did Respecto's mom send you in here just to show her how bad Respecto is and cause Respecto to break his toy? Respecto's mom no longer loves Respecto! I don't think your mom works that way. Can I see your toy? Here. Our moms are hanging out, but I don't know your mom's name. Can you tell it to me? Respecto don't know. Respecto just always call her Respecto's mom. Okay, Mrs. Respecto's mom, can you please come here a minute? Yeah, Respecto, well, he accidentally broke his toy. Oh, all you had to do was put the battery back in. Thanks. Respecto's mom fixed it. Now Respecto really know his mom is the best mom in the whole wide world. Yep, she's pretty neat. Respecto, you eat a lot of sugar, don't you? Sugar. Why? Oh, no reason.
Respecto's relationship with his mom seems to have a lot of ups and downs. Well, at least as far as he is concerned. When things are hard, he's convinced she doesn't care for him. But as soon as things are good, she's the best. He might need to relook at that. I'm pretty sure that she loves him all of the time. In 1 Kings chapter 17, we meet a widow woman living with her son who has a similar misunderstanding of God. The Lord sends the prophet Elijah to stay with her during a severe drought that is going on because of Israel's sin. When he gets there, he asks her to give him some food. Check out her response in 1 Kings chapter 17, verse 12. As surely as the Lord your God lives, she replied, I don't have any bread, only a handful of flour in a jar and a little olive oil in a jug. I am gathering a few sticks to take home and make a meal for myself and my son, that we may eat it and die. She's convinced that she's doomed and that she and her son have been abandoned by God. But God chose her to take care of his prophet, and he provides for her. Elijah tells her that if she'll trust God and give him some bread, God will make sure that her little bit of flour and oil will never run out during the famine. She does, and it doesn't. Now, if that was me, I'd be pretty excited and know that God is taking care of me. But sometime later, her son gets sick and he dies. See what she says to that in 1 Kings chapter 17, verse 18. She said to Elijah, "What do you have against me, man of God? Did you come to remind me of my sin and kill my son?" She is instantly convinced that God doesn't like her and that he's out to get her. But Elijah goes and prays for her son, and God, he raises him from the dead. Look what she says to that in 1 Kings chapter 17, verse 24. Then the woman said to Elijah, "Now I know that you are a man of God, and that the word of the Lord from your mouth is the truth." Now, part of me wants to say, now you know? You've already seen God save him and do miracles through him, but now you know? The reason she struggles is because she has a wrong understanding of God. Where was she before Elijah came? Well, she was preparing for her and her son to die. But God saved them. In 1 Kings 17:9, God tells Elijah that he had directed the widow to take care of him. In other words, he had picked her. In the middle of a really sinful and difficult time, God had chosen her. And not just for that moment, but by miraculously providing for them for the entire famine. But as soon as her son gets sick and dies, she decides God must not like them and that he was mocking them for her sin. That's not God. He loves and wants to save. And just because things get tough doesn't mean he has abandoned you or doesn't love you anymore. Romans chapter 8, verses 28 through 31 says, "And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. For those God foreknew, he also predestined to be conformed to the image of his Son, that he might be the firstborn among many brothers and sisters. And those he predestined, he also called. Those he called, he also justified. Those he justified, he also glorified." What then shall we say in response to these things? If God is for us, who can be against us? Just like the widow, we live in a pretty sinful and difficult time. But God has sent Jesus to save you, which means that he loves you, which means that he isn't going to abandon you. And even if things get tough, God still loves you and will even use that to help you to grow and do good things in your life. God has proven his love for us through Jesus. Know that he loves you and has chosen to call you his child. If you're God's child, then never doubt that he's on your side. I'm Pastor Pat with Base Camp, a ministry of Summit Church in beautiful Bozeman, Montana. We have services every Sunday at 10 o'clock and love it when people can join us. You can also find us online at summitchurchmt.com and on Facebook and YouTube at Summit Church MT. Our children's ministry Facebook page is Base Camp Kids Min. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share so others can know about God's love too. Bye!